Ebusiafo anopa we Malik Basintale. Tiedini bi mesedian Malik Basintale. Eko PMO TV3 NewDay Morning Shows with Roland Walker. Eko discuss Agyapadeɛ book with communicators from the NPP. Na ansa na dwumadie no ehya ase no na Roland Walker ebisa Malik a simple question. Obisa ne say Malik, how are you? Na sa question na obisa Malik na afi na Basintale akọ back to the archives. To as far back as in 2016 and 2020, I called church in data and Sambia back kabom. Hey, you. Me say Malik Basintale. Tia me say dia Malik Basintale. A back communication mu NDC mu or you forced to reckon with the whole Ghana. A back communication me say Malik Basintale is a force to reckon with. Oh yeah, NPP communicator. Ushia Malik Jane Basintale. We NPP CPP one communicator me say Ushia Malik Basintale Jane. Simple question, Malik, how are you? Dani a whole communication. Church data from the archives. See one kabum tali adiero. Oh, easy bro. Enya bete. Etiyanko na yanko tie mu aya Basintale de ma Roland Walker na yem breaking it down in free ho. Listen.
He has joined us. Malik, how are you?
Life has been a bit unbearable. I mean, but we're hoping that things will get better. This is not only my plight. This is the plight of over 1.8 million unemployed youth out there. This is a plight of Napo.
Are you unemployed? I thought you were working for the party. You do your own business.
Yeah, unemployed people, I mean, out there. The last time, didn't you hear a particular deputy minister who absolutely has been unemployed? And I said the job I would have been doing, Akufo has given it to his daughter. The job I would have been doing, Chinia has given that contract to his brother. The job I would have been doing, Bawumia has given it to Mumuni Bawumia at the Interior Ministry. The job I would have been doing, Bawumia has given it to Abu Ramadan, his wife's brother. And so all the jobs I would have been qualified to do, President Akufo has appointed his family members, including his own daughter, Jenkruma, and then given even his cousin, Akyem Mafia, two appointments. At least, Mafia should have given me one. He's now ambassador, at the same time secretary. And if you looked at the letter he signed this morning, Ambassador Akyem Mafia, Secretary to the President. Wow, two positions. How can I get a job? And so the unemployed people listening to us this morning, God is on our side. I want to inspire them. I want to encourage them. Don't have any suicidal thoughts. We are 5 months away. If you survived till date, it means there's hope for a better future. And that hope, I mean, will be fulfilled in 2025 when the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the caring mother and Vice President Professor Nana Jenopo-Kwajiman take over the helms of government. And I mean, we would progress. There's hope for us. And so, to the man this morning who cannot even buy milk, cannot buy bread,
Malik,
cannot pay his TNT to work, the man who takes 2,000 Ghana cedis as salary and has already consumed it, praying that the next payday will meet him alive.
Malik Basintale has started. Please.
Hi, Roland, Ebe Joseph, what's Malik and Shasi you? Malik Basintale. Radija, Munimnitia. Hey, Malik Basintale, me say, we are NPP communicator, Ushiana, Maonai Moto Jane, run for your life. Because the guy has got the facts, the guy has got the figures, the guy has got the data, the guy has got anything he needs or everything he needs for proper communication. And some no, igunin say enchirie Malik Basintale. Or see who be some say, how am I? O manya mampene Akufo ache Ghana nyuma ina dia ma nebusuan for family and friends. Ghana for bre, Ghana for near Juma, and come the Ghana for unemployed graduates, nurse for year school to fear. Why? How can you ask me? How am I in such a nation? Malik Basintale.
Moya then I'm surviving.
As I'm now about to say, when the madam said prostitution, I show like. Mekoha na makoha. And yes, I wounded. When I'm a so to say there. Like mini mammy and a mini papa. Only a bravo night. Am I? Yeah, bre, a woman. Then, I go school 3 years. My name is Addo, I be 1 my allowance. But me besides a year or fire, no allowance, or Hannah, no. McCoy. A current say time. A year, 800 Ghana cedis. Me and me feed me home. And I me do school. My receipt, my trauma pass it. Results about my starting service. My union in na my real so now come my juma. And then some come between and climb quite the beer. That the me person will be some say me back me a refer what you find at the buy. And answer be my scan. I just say you know what dance our masker.
How can you ask me? How am I? Once about 18% of Ghanaian youth remain unemployed. How can you ask me this question? Malik Basintale. This is the fact. Send a year per man penia or running family and friends government. Akufo Addo ene Bawumia ene bomb tea. Agyapadeɛ tio Gabi or trader kon. Your friend say Ken Uforiata. Yeah, Jam Krome Akufo Addo, Kromano, Akufo Addo Mano. All these people are now in government because their father is the president. They are running a family and friends government. And untina book no beto Agyapadeɛ. Yenche Ghana Agyapadeɛ mfa. Because yen na ya this year. Ghana yedia. Apart from yen Akyem Mafia no, any other Ghanaian is a riffraff. We are the first class citizens. Etienche Ghanaian resources and fama yebusuafuo. These people believe in family and friends government. That is what they know how to do best. The same people yaw and Akyem will say, and a Mahama running family and friends. Now so Mahama mreso ne cousin ba kope Joyce Bawa nana ewa bemu. And the under Akufo Addo nebusuafuo ne ma obia wa bemu. This is what we call real family and friends government. Ama empo. Kotoka temna 3 a John Dramani Mahama siye. Ne bebie ni wa oyejuma ho. Ne busie ni bie ni wa oyejuma ho. Omu nyina, omu yejuma ho. Bebre na no. Duty free shops ni nyina no. They are being run by Jankroma Akufo Addo ne Akufo Addo ebusia. Omu Agyaboso. Now say ba ye see airport to ba kompo. Minim say you tell me say na Kumasi airport when you see Kumasi airport, the money, the plan, everything was there before they came. Everything was gotten under John Dramani Mahama before they came. Malik Basintale oye nyansemu bosom. Oye communication mo bosom. Usiane jani, you can't. Ede fact na mo Edia data na muwo, edia figures na muwo, ni amuni ani entro, ena Mahama, ato hotel Dubai, ebesi ne, Mahama Akyem say, sa hotel, yenko family Ghana, nasi yenko tong, en first kanom refie, ebesi ne, foko, ena Mahama and confirm ya chechemu, ena Mahama ship will be talking habo ya chechemu, ni amuni ne entro, sa entro we ye fan face Malik Basintale. Believe you me. Sam Trowe, yenfa enfesi Malik Basintale. No size. Obe damage you. Ushia Malika, your life will never be the same again. Obe change your life. Obe change your brabo. Obe pompi nyansa into your head. We jinya besu nyansa. Your fellow Malik Basintale. Nyami ye na me de chebo se mon kwara mon koti no. Oni mu nyansa. This program is on TV3 page on Facebook, YouTube. You can go and watch the full program. I can't play the full program here. You can go to their page and watch the full program and listen to the breakdown given by Malik Basintale. Go and listen to him. After Sabra, now you see the next one. Sabra. All right, listen.
Let me be very straightforward. This has nothing to do with Akyem's. Let me be very clear on this. When we speak about the Agyapadeɛ document, it is not about Akyem's. It's about the Akyem mafias. It's about the mafias within the Akyem corridors. The descendants of J.B. Dankwa, the descendants of Nana Kuntun Kununku, the descendants of Oforipenyi, These are the mafias within the Akyem corridors. So let no one think that this is an attack on Akyems. I have very good Akyems, very solid Akyems, very respectful, respectable, astute Akyems in this country who will not engage in this wicked craft. So let that be separated. Number two, this document spoke about how these mafias within the Akyem corridors were going to take over certain corridors of this country. One, they said they were going to take over the minerals of this country. Two, they will take over the oil and gas sector of this country. Three, they will take over the energy sector of this country. And four, they will take over the financial sector. I start again. They said they will take over the mineral sector. How did they attempt doing that? They attempted bringing an Agyapadeɛ royalty deal. You remember? Agyapadeɛ royalties. That was kicked against by the people. Absolutely. Against the people of this country. They attempted siphoning all our mineral reserves and willing it to their descendants of Oforipenyi. Number two, they attempted taking over the oil and gas. That they have even succeeded. They introduced a company called SML. Of recent times, one of your colleague journalists did a massive expose. The plan was that all resources from our oil corridors will flow through their accounts before coming through government of Ghana. And that was how they introduced the SML company that has raked in over 750 million, duping the taxpayer of this particular country. Number three, they said they were going to take over the energy sector. In this document, they said they will create an SPV that will take over ECG and they will virtually siphon funds. Do you remember PDS?
Yes,
Bawumia's PDS. That he changed a bank guarantee to an insurance guarantee. That they presented fraudulent Carl Bank certificates. That Mr. Amewu, who was a minister under Nanado, said Bawumia and Co sat down. The FTR reported Bawumia chaired the meeting and they attempted duping the state. PDS came on board, but for the good people of this country and the minority, they would have siphoned all our funds. That said, 700 million till now is still seated in the accounts of PDS, of the taxpayer. They have refused to bring it back. We lost $190 million from the United States of America as a result of this corrupt deal. As we speak, do you know we are still under litigation? Do you know every week the Attorney General flies to the UK with his taxpayers' money to defend the corrupt deal Bawumia attempted bringing and we kicked against? Number four, and that was the last one, was the financial sector. That was how come they brought the Bank of Ghana CEO to be in charge, Mr. Addison.
You mean
so that absolutely, they could print monies, they could collapse local banks and ensure that only their banks survive. And that is why the Finance Minister's Bank, Data Bank, had been doing well. But you see, their day of reckoning is coming. Let me quote this, and I'll land on this. Point 54.
Malik, your time is up.
I'll land on this. They said they were going to reduce the channels of GBC. Do you remember? And that will hijack the state institution. This was the plan of Nanado and Bawumia.
No,
this for the Penny family. I am telling you confidently that Nanado knows everything about this. With my integrity on the line, if he doesn't, he can go to court and challenge it. They said they were going to take over GBC, and by doing that, they will reduce the number of channels from 6 to 3. They successfully did that. They said they were going to take over the communication ministry by introducing a company called Kelvin GVG. They successfully did that. They said they were going to take over the ports by bringing Unipass. They successfully did that. Look, this wicked, cruel, insensitive agenda must stop at a point. I am worried, like I said. We are poor people. People watching us. Ashantis are watching us. So does it mean if you are not a descendant of Oforipenyi, you cannot benefit from the future of this country? What kind of Ghana do we build? When President Mahama was president, he thought it was for all. Everybody should benefit. This government has come. The national cake of this country has been turned into a family birthday cake. And they are sharing among their family and friends, girlfriends and what have you. This must stop. And as a young guy growing up, Roland, I wish that all of us on this panel unanimously take a decision to stop the state capture by Nanado and the state capture by Alhaji Bawumia.
This election.
Malik Basintale. Send you now walk on. Ye ka se Akyem Mafia, enye Akyem fo nyina o. O ya Akyem ni a, don't take offense. O ya Akyem ni a, NDC ni watem obi anka sentia o. Enye mu nyina na ye ka JB Dankwa Edward Akufo Addo ebusua no a eba besi nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo bom timu oforiata mo sa ebusua no na ye ka ho asem. Because sa ebusua no ene Akyem ebuakwafo hene amoatia for penny na echo sa buku no Agyapadeɛ Say we are the royals. Yen na Ghana ye dia. Every other Ghanaian is a fool according to them. Enti yentro book, yentro constitution. Say finally Akufo enya tumi a on hyase na on transfer ownership of Agyapadeɛ Ghana for na dia Ghanaian mineral consignment na embra medi omo ebusuafo nsem. This is what the document is all about. A transfer of ownership of your minerals, your bauxite, your gold, your diamonds, if any, your oil, your blah blah blah. Yen transfer the ownership. Emanimra meye Akufo JB Dankwa ebusuafo dia. Senebeya forever and ever Jankrome Akufo mano Akufo ebusuafo ni nana nkansoa both nuclear and extended family nyina omu ni hia da to sombewu. Senebeya forever and ever the Ghanaians will remain slaves to these people. That has been their ideology. Enunti ena omutu Kwame Nkrumah ban ekuye no. Because Kwame Nkrumah na oye selfless. Hey, when si daida Kwame Nkrumah wan embezu ske biada when yes gada wan say Ghana da. Empo Kwame Nkrumah believed in the socialist society whereby bibi amra meye aban dia. Na aban emfa enhwe Ghana for say nya too many poor people. Everybody will live at least comfortably. But these people no, they had the capitalist agenda of US America munyade whereby we have a few rich people who are controlling state resources and the majority are suffering. The majority are wallowing in the vicious cycle of poverty. This is what they believed in. It enunti na mese ebusuafo we no. Omutu Kwame Nkrumah banguyen. So they have harbored this mentality for so many years in ni afeina omanya akwenya. Say, let us come and implement that policy. Let us come and implement that evil agenda. And no one na yeka. That is why today they have Bawumia as their puppet. You know, se motu aba na se Akufo ko na Bawumia ba. It will be continuation of Agyapadeɛ. Nothing will change. Ombekoswo reality. Say, master di bibia efimra Akufo bae. Man penny bia di hwa waba Ghana ha wa run family and friends government check Akufo. Na busuafo nyina you can't even name one as said only government appointment. Oye Akufo na damfo. Ne busuani ne cousin ne wofa hwan omu nyina egu abemu to date and ne Gabi Ochidakon is now driving in Lexus. Brand new tier rubber. Lexus. And our team will diakoniaba. Me say, Agyapadeɛ deal no is the greatest scandal, the greatest evil ever perpetuated upon Ghanaians by this same Akyem Mafia Akufo's family. Inti me say, Sani America no, se motu aba. Akufo na Bawumia ntwasoa. It will be a continuation of the same agenda. These people have done more harm than good. 8 years in ain't you tired? 8 years in Ghana from Rayana, ya bre, any woodie, ya bre, any chronoim, ya bre, any dream woodie, ya bre, any family and friends ye, ya bre, any Agyapadie, ya bre, any sebi chronoi, mum Rayana. Agyapadie udini mu Asantinia uti kumase yamedie NPP osunu echi nyaboa Agyapadie no kokan udini mu oye votania udini mu oye nkrani frafrani nanumbani kusasi ni sisala ni udini mu oye fantini udi enimu ufrenzima udini mu mese enunti na ya mekasa mese mu nyina mo ntiase se afiwe eye Ghana versus NPP o to. Every Ghanaian must rally behind John Dramani Mahama and the NDC to kick out this illusional, despicable government. Because they have never, ever loved you, the people. Akufo or not Ghana for no more da. Because the kind of mindset are not a father war. The kind of mindset and uncle JB Dankwa, the same mindset in our war. Say, Ghanaians must be slaved. Ghanaians must bow to the authority, the supremacy of the Akyem Mafia gang. 8 years in almost as a year transfer a year town. Bawumia sweat to us only na put the same thing. Na po Yahweh nyameken Bawumia ni. Nyameken na po Yahweh na so to me be a ye penti. They support the evil by the Akyem Mafia gang. Ti me say Ghana fo nyina mon sorry. Ghana fo nyinara mon imagine man penny obaye. John Dramani Mahama e de besian be 54 billion cedis. Samre no. So now they call American dollars more. It was less than 4 billion American dollars. And a John Dramani Mahama e de said ma we ya muhu na. Akufo ado ba ye. And a besia omwabo 742 billion and still counting. They are building the Akyem Mafia gang. Agyapadeɛ yen chemfa. Yen na Ghana wo yen. Asande for mudi nimu. Go and check the document. It's available online in PDF. Go and download the document and read. Asante hinidi nimu. Mudi nimu. Eye amwotia for penny. Any Akyem Mafia no Agyapadeɛ yen Ghana resources. Emani medi yensem na ye control na Ghana for nyina amra eye enkoa ewo yase. Ghanaians will lick our feet. Imagine Ghanaians licking the feet of a dwarf. A 3 feet sebi midget. Imagine Ghanaians licking the feet of a 3 feet ugly midget. Masa, that would be disastrous. King Nebuchadnezzar. Me ba ben na se mu nyina manko to mia me chese me so mumu e de ma phone no mu. You burn you alive. This has been the mentality of Akufo for Ghanaians to bow before him. You see, unya kwenya na ka obechange constitution ofra ben mu na so onimu say it's impossible. That is why he's bringing Bawumia as a continuation of his presidency. Ntimu nyina mo nsori waka. Na mo ntia se afi we no say ya nto ba ya mwa Mahama ama na defeat eye Bawumia masa eye game over. Because enkosi mra the next 4 or 8 years bebe wie no na enkofu we no omo aton Ghana Agyapadie nyina wie there will be nothing left for you and I yema dachi yema be mobo dachi yema ebe ye mobo ti Ghana fo nyina mo nsori waka na yenti ase se ya amwa John Dramani Mahama ni NDC ama omo ama a game over for each and every Ghanaian. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So simple as that ebusian for medimbesi asade amunyi na amuni muni midin e the chairman Freemind Macram.